Good evening. Welcome to the resumption of the May 9th regular meeting of the Evanston City Council. In order to reconvene from our recess, we need to do a roll call. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Newsma.
Here.
Councilmember Reed. Councilmember Sufferton. Councilmember Ravel.
Here.
Councilmember Burns. Councilmember Reed is not here. Councilmember Hedakaris.
Here.
Councilmember Kelly. Here. Councilmember Braithwaite. Here. Councilmember Wynn. Here.
With 6 members present, we have a quorum and are ready to do our work. This is a kind of an unusual, in fact, unique to my knowledge, meeting of the Evanston City Council where we're resuming a previously started meeting. That means that we don't have public comment, since public comment has already been completed on this agenda, but of course someone took the trouble to come into the Civic Center and give public comment. I think we ought to hear from them. So if you don't mind, sir, stepping to the microphone, you have 3 minutes for a special presentation as though it were public comment.
And I don't think it'll even be 3 minutes. Thanks for allowing me to talk. I thought that there was going to be an open forum here for that, so my apologies to the group. What I'd like to say is I've had opportunity to look at the persons that are being considered, and I've been a resident here for about 40 some odd years, and I consider it home. And who runs and who manages the staff here is very important to me. I think there have been some missteps that have happened within staff, but where we're at today, we have 2 people that are being considered. And as I said, I had the opportunity to listen to both of them and kind of see them and feel them. And I've worked in the human resources field from a leadership stand for 35 years. And I just want to comment that both of the persons that spoke, Snapper, I might pronounce his name incorrectly, and the other fella, but what I believe is that the best candidate for this job is the one who can actually lead, but also embrace, inspire the workers, the persons who are here to do the job. And as I listened to Mr., is it pronounced Peugeot? He did not have answers that were kind of pat. He was very thoughtful and considerate about how he presented and what he was saying. And as opposed to telling what he'd do, he talked about how he would do things. So again, from a leadership standpoint, I think that the organization, that the city would be well served with him as the person leading this next foray. I think we've had opportunities to see how others have acted in that position. But I think we need somebody that has the ability to do the job, but also to understand the significant part of inspiration, to inspire, the things that need to happen within the city of Evanston, to make it what it needs to be, So thank you for allowing me to comment.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Kelly?
Does it say public comment on the city calendar? It doesn't.
It does not.
Okay.
No, it does not. Nonetheless, some people understandably tried to sign up because it's an unusual thing. All of them have been contacted. I think we've got statements in writing from them that have been forwarded to council. But again, because someone came to the trouble of showing up, I thought he ought to be given the respect of getting a chance to speak.
Right. No, I just thought it did say that. I thought there was a link for public comment.
My understanding is there was not. Councilmember Newsom is recognized to make a motion.
Pursuant to 5 Illinois compiled statutes 120/2A, I move that the City Council convene into executive session to discuss agenda items regarding personnel. This agenda item is a permitted subject to be considered in executive session and is an enumerated exception under the Open Meetings Act as set forth in 5 ILCS 120/2A, Section C1.
Before we do this, will the clerk please add Councilmember Reed to the roll? Councilmember Newsma moves that we resolve ourselves into an executive session. Councilmember Wynn seconds. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Newsma.
Aye.
Councilmember Ravel.
Aye.
Councilmember Reed.
Aye.
Councilmember Hedakaris.
Aye.
Councilmember Kelly. Councilmember Braithwaite. Councilmember Wynn.
With 6 members voting in favor and none voting against, the motion carries. And at 6:10 p.m., the council resolves into an executive session to begin immediately in the council member or possibly aldermanic library.